What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Topps Now, specifically the relics and autographs. And we're going to take a look at the 2016 season, which of course was the greatest season in the last, 110, 120 years or so, since the Cubs won the World Series that year. So let's get started. So this card is the first Cubs relic that Topps produced for the 2016 season. It's Kris Bryant. It's out of 99. And if you flip it over, you can see that it was documenting the August 18th game where he had a monster game against the Brew Crew. He went 5 for 5, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. This card has a base in it. So basically, Topps got one of the bases from that game, cut it up, put it in all these cards. And you can see that there's a hologram on it. So if you go to the MLB.com website, there's an area where you can type in that letter and number combination, and it tells you what the base is from, specifically the game, which base it was, which innings it was in play. It's pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, Topps Now is a pretty cool brand. It's one of my favorites. It is an online-only brand. The cards are available for 24 hours. Print runs for the regular cards depend on how many people buy it. Regular cards are $9 or $10. If you buy in bulk, you can get a cheaper rate. But $9 or $10. Print run dependent on how many people buy it. The relics and autographs, on the other hand, are limited to the number produced. So relics and autographs, usually there's a 1 out of 1 superfractor, and then it goes up from there. So then I think usually there's a 5 or 10 print run, then there's a 25 print run, a 49 print run, and then a 99 print run. Sometimes it goes up to 199. In this case, this is one of the 99 print runs. Sent it in, got it graded through Beckett Grading Service, or BGS. Got a 9 out of 10. Its biggest downgrade was due to the edges. The edges were better, maybe it would have gotten 9.5. But 9 out of 10 is pretty good for these thick cards. You can see how thick it is. So that was the first one, the magical 2016 season. Second one they produced was when they clinched the NL Central Division title. This was September 16th. Topps Now cards are really cool because they give a lot of information about the date that the card documents. So September 16th, they clinched the NL Central Division title by virtue of a St. Louis Cardinals loss. So it was pretty cool. This is a celebration. This was from the game that they played when they clinched. See, it says up here, game used base. This one's pretty cool because if you flip it around, looks like it says but, B-U-T, which my kids love. So this is the second card that they produced. Sent it in, got a 9.5 out of 10, which is awesome. 3 9.5s and a 10. So Beckett Grading System, for those of you who don't know. You send it in to Beckett. They have people look at the card. They grade it based on 4 criteria: centering, edges, corners, and surface. It's out of 10. And then based on the 4 levels, they give it a grade. This one happened to get a 9.5 out of 10, which is a gem mint. 0.5 away from getting a 10. You can get a 10 out of 10 if you have, I believe, 2, maybe 3 10s, and then 1 9.5. So cool card in a nice case that Beckett put in, which is cool. All right, next card was when the Cubs won the NLDS and went on to the NLCS. So this, again, out of 99. Oh, that last card, I should say, was a cool card. 1 out of 25. This one is out of 99. 13 out of 99. Got a 9 out of 10. Again, his biggest knock was this time the edges. Otherwise, it would have been a great card, but the edges were a little nicked up. October 11th was the date that they clinched, that they won the NLDS. Sorry, I shouldn't use the word clinch. They won that series. And that was against the Giants. Okay. So again, this card's got a base from that game. If you go to MLB.com, you can enter in that code. Tells you which base it was, which innings it was used. Really cool. And you got the picture of the Cubs celebrating with Rizzo right in the middle. Next card. Yeah. NLCS. I happened to be at this game. It was awesome. The stadium went wild. First NL pennant since 1945. This is out of 99. 87 out of 99. Graded 9.5. You can see the biggest downgrade was the surface, but overall 3.95s with a 9 gets you 9.5. Game was played October 22nd, and they beat the Dodgers to clinch in Game 6. Sick game. It was amazing. Amazing. All right, so the Cubs go to the World Series. This documents first game, which Cubs unfortunately got clobbered. And one of the reasons they got clobbered, Corey Kluber threw a gem. 8 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, World Series record. This base was from that game. All right, this one is 11 out of 49. Sent it in for grading. Oh, 8 out of 10, laid an egg. And really, the centering, which nothing you can do about it, just the way that Topps cut the card, wasn't very good. Corners weren't very good either. Edges and surface look good. But you could tell that it's just a little bit off. This is a little bit far to the left. Anyway, what can you do? October 25th, Cubs laid an egg. Lost 6-0, and Corey Kluber was the big deal. So this card's cool. It's not only got the base, which you can tell the base had a little bit of graphic on it. This is part of the stitching. Corey Kluber signed it. Beckett, whenever you get a card signed, they grade the autograph too. This one happened to get a 10. Most autographs are 10 unless they're smudged or scribbled or something. But this one got a 10, which was okay. I was happy about that, but the 8, yeah, not so good. But in the 6-0 loss, even worse. That was game 1. Fortunately, Cubs came back. So, Kyle Schwarber, monster series. Monster series. So Kyle Schwarber does really well in postseason. Awesome guy. This is from October 26th, game number 2. All right. Schwarber came out of the gate firing, tuned for 3 for 7, 1 run scored, 2 RBI, slash line. Awesome. Okay. So they even up the series. This is a base from game 2. Autograph. Only graded an 8.5. Really big dings were edges and corners. Centering was okay. Surface was okay, but edges and corners. Autograph, though, 10 out of 10. All right. So that was, both those games were in Cleveland. Next game was in Chicago. And unfortunately, Cleveland won. And this is the graphic picture from them winning, their celebration. This base was from that game. The card, 23 out of 99. 8 out of 10. That's okay. Again, centering was off. Topps, I don't know what you're doing. Centering is off. But this is the third game of the World Series. I took one of my kids to this game. It was very special for us. It was an awesome game. Unfortunately, Cubs lost 1-0. Very close game. Okay. Since this was game 3 of the World Series and I was at it with one of my kids, I kind of am partial to this game even though the Cubs lost. So, I've got a few of these cards. This one is out of 25. 25 out of 25. And you can see if you flip it over, looks like a W for World Series. This one, 9.5 out of 10. Corners got a 9. That was the biggest downgrade. This is a much nicer card than this one. But they're both very special to me. So keeping in line with how things went, I don't believe that there was a card for Game 4, but there was a card for Game 5, which was the elimination game. Cubs went into it down 3-1 on the brink of defeat. And what happened? 8-out save for Aroldis Chapman. And the Cubs won. This one's 27 out of 49, the base again. Kind of cool, has some dirt on it. So you could tell that it was definitely game used. Graded 9.5 out of 10. Cubs won. Awesome game. I was there. It was so cool. The atmosphere around Wrigley and Wrigleyville, you know, people were kind of upset, kind of depressed because Cubs were down 3-1. But you know what? Atmosphere was great. People were cautiously optimistic. Cubs were in the World Series for the first time since the 1940s. So, generally, people were having a good time. It was really interesting, though, because there weren't a lot of people in Wrigleyville. Game 3, Wrigleyville was packed. I mean, there was really no place to go. We had to go to some obscure bar like 4 blocks away from the stadium, which is more of a restaurant, just to get in. And we drank warm beer because they ran out of cold beer. Game 5, however, we go anywhere we wanted. There was very, very, very few people in Wrigleyville. But you know what? Everybody was cautiously optimistic. Not much, you know, that they could do, but they were there. Loyal fans support their team. And they brought it home. So they were still down, but they went back to Cleveland, trailing 3-2. 2 games to win the World Series. And what happens? Game 6. They took it to Cleveland. And these two, Chris Bryant and Addison Russell, despite what you think about Addison Russell now, monster game. They combined for 2 home runs, 6 hits, 7 RBIs, and a series-tying win. November 1st. Awesome, awesome game. They won 9-3. This, again, is a base from that game at a 99. 2 signatures. You got Chris Bryant, Addison Russell. Graded 9.5 out of 10. 3 9.5s and a 10. Autographs, 10 out of 10. Very, very cool card. Card itself would have been a lot cooler if Addison Russell were a lot cooler of a person. We all thought that he was pretty cool, but he was not so cool to his wife, which is definitely, definitely, definitely bad. So Game 6. And then we all know what happened in Game 7. Infamous rain delay. Brian Rizzo. Cubs win the World Series. 108-year drought. 1908 last time that they won. Can't believe that they won. This card, known as the Brizzo card, is the card of all cards to have from that set 2016 Topps Now. Game used base. Bryant, Rizzo signatures. This one is 42 out of 99. Very cool, Jackie Robinson number. Graded 9.5 out of 10. Corners were the only nick at 9 out of 10, but still overall, 3 9.5s got a 9.5. And a 10 autograph. This, by far, is the coolest card in my collection. I love it. Never going to get rid of it. Very, very cool. And then the last relic that they produced, Ben Zobrist holding the World Series trophy, MVP. He was really the catalyst of what happened for their win in that game. It was his double that really got things going. This card, the base is kind of weird. I think it's the bottom of the base, not the top. It's very smooth. Bases aren't typically smooth. And this one is at a 99. I've seen out of 10, and the base looks exactly the same. Very smooth. You could tell if you look at the Brizzo card, you can see some texture, even some dirt on the base. This one, smooth, no texture, no dirt. Again, I think it's from the underside. I'm not 100% sure what's up with that, but it is what it is. This one, 9.5 out of 10. Documents Zobrist's clutch Game 7 and really great World Series. That's it. That's the World Series year. I've got a couple cards that I didn't get graded. This is again from Game 1, the Kluber game. 8 strikeouts in the first 3. This is out of 99. I got another one from the clinch. This is 24 out of 99. This is a cool base. Look at all that dirt. Game used, baby. Game 3, again, that game that I went to with one of my kids. Cool game. Even though the Cubs lost, this was out of 49. Got some dirt. And then this card is from the next season, 2017, when they came back to Wrigley and they raised the championship flag. This is out of 25. The base was very cool. They had a little logo on it commemorating the World Series. And then, this has nothing to do with 2016 season. This is 2017. The Cubs went to the playoffs again. This is the coolest card that I think I have. This is from the NLCS, which unfortunately Cubs lost. But this is Javi Baez, after he hit a home run, getting out of the batter's box, he blew a bubble. So cool. Such a cool card. Haven't sent it in to get graded yet. I don't know how well it would grade. 63 out of 99. Probably get it graded at some point. But just a very cool card with El Maho. All right, talk to you all later.